This comes as the rest of the country is taking action to slow the spread of the new Omicron variant. CBS reporter Skyler Henry is live at the Capitol with more on what cities and states are doing. Skyler.
Hey, Amanda, good evening to you. Well, something else that people aren't necessarily mentioning at the moment is that those tests, to try to get a quick turnaround on them, they're pretty costly. We're talking about upwards of $70 to $100 to see some of those returns, especially in international travel. But that is one of the new rules that the Biden administration has in effect as we continue to learn more about this Omicron variant. But health experts say this: it's important to get vaccinated and get boosted.
We are not going back to what happened in 2020.
New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio is now expanding the city's vaccine mandate, requiring all private sector employees to get the shot.
This is how we put health and safety first, by ensuring that there is a vaccine mandate that reaches everyone universally.
The first in-the-nation mandate is set to take effect in just 3 weeks. It includes new guidelines requiring children between ages of 5 to 11 show proof of vaccination for indoor dining, fitness, and entertainment venues.
So long as they've gotten that first dose by December 14th, they can continue to participate indoor dining, entertainment, all of these great things.
Beginning today, the Biden administration is now requiring travelers coming into the U.S. to present a negative COVID test taken 1 calendar day before departure, regardless of vaccination status or nationality.
Now we're like, well, do we wait? Do we do our test today? Do we do it tomorrow?
While the Delta strain of COVID-19 remains dominant, several mild cases of the Omicron variant have popped up in more than a dozen states.
We really got to be careful before we make any determinations that it is less severe or it really doesn't cause any severe illness comparable to Delta.
While scientists say there is still much to learn about Omicron, early indications out of South Africa, where it was first identified, show being vaccinated and boosted are the best defense.
And Skyler, what do we know about the Biden administration doing anything about updating these vaccines to work against this new variant?
Right. Well, it's still a wait-and-see approach, Amanda. The Biden administration really letting the science sort of lead the way in terms of trying to figure out what to do with Omicron. Some of the manufacturers of these vaccines, Moderna, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, they've all said that their vaccines work, but there's still so much data that scientists need to review to try to determine really how dangerous this Omicron variant really is, if it's more deadly and dangerous than Delta even. And we know what will happen as we continue to move forward into these winter months when people start to, get together for the holidays and things like that. Really what we will actually see come from, let's say, the next 6 to 8 weeks or so. And so I think scientists are really just urging people at this moment to get vaccinated, get that booster shot to try to protect themselves as best as possible.
Play it safe as this continues to evolve. Thank you, Skyler.